roadmap in terms of 3 months.
3 months, yeah.
We are now, preparing the minds of Ghanaians that the threat is not on an exponential form. The last 6 months, the turbidity of our water bodies have crossed 20,000 MTU. And that is serious. 20,000? What it then means is, very soon, in fact, not from my mind, but an expert I had a conversation with, he tells me, if the situation should continue as we see now, in the next 5 years, Ghana Water Company Limited will not get water to extract for its purification process. So what you are saying, it is not a small thing. Now, I've heard people say it's because they don't have work, they don't have economic power, is the reason they are doing Galamsey. The question I ask them is, before the Galamsey, what were they doing? To live. They were doing something to live, and that they don't want to do it anymore. So for somebody to tell me there's no work, it's neither here nor there. It's up initio, flat, it doesn't. But you are in Accra, you are in Kumasi, you say Abavare is making noise. Now listen to me. Those guys in the bush, after destroying the land, destroying the water bodies, they can no longer find anything to do in the village. They will come to Kumasi. They will come to Accra. They will go to Tamale. All the cities, they will go there. It's still looking for opportunity. At that time, they don't have any skill. They don't have anything. Then, your house, your door, your property will become their next target.
Yeah.
And so, what I'm discussing right now, it is not a short-term issue.
But even aside from that, if you look at some of the policies that government intends to roll out, where they want to go into big-time farming, and ask us to eat a homegrown, food, and then also make sure that we're going to export. We are going to export produce with heavy metals and all that in there. Who is going to buy them?
That's the question you should be asking. You see?
And for us who will be consuming these things and be going down on the ones on importation, what are we ingesting? So for me, I like anything that's going to help us win this fight against Galamsey. So that's the stance of UTAG. What will make UTAG? I want you to be specific. What will make UTAG within now and 3 months not embark on a strike action? What are the key things that you're looking out for?
So right now, when UTAG suspended that strike, I think let me make it clear with members that UTAG did not end the strike. We only suspended it. So technically, we can call the strike on any time.
Okay.
However, at the end, last year when we suspended the strike, many people were not happy that we called off the strike. But we told them, like, we are not doing this selfishly. We look at the exigencies of the time and then decided to suspend. In fact, if you followed us, Utah, the way we take decisions, after consulting our members, several of the campuses voted against suspending the strike. So it was a tough of war with leadership and the members.
Yeah.
We had to beg virtually for them to rescind their decision. So they said, okay, now that we are even agitating, many of them are not happy because they think perhaps we might leave them in the middle of the ocean.
Okay.
But what I want to assure them is they shouldn't relent. They shouldn't let that simple, that a little setback crowd the entire picture of what is before us. Let us get Ghanaians to buy into the threat. And then when we do, I'm sure they will see the need.
But my question actually, Prof, was, so what are your expectations between now and the 3 months ultimatum given? We expect government to do this. We expect government to do this. So we will come back and, so has government done it? Has government done it? So that if you don't embark on your strike,
I got your point.
Give us
I got your
specifics,
point. Look, specific. One.
Yeah.
I want to see the airline.
That is 2462.
2462.
Yeah.
That is mandating the Galamseyers and companies who are not even so-called claim to be company, but they are then actually going to do Galamsey to be repealed.
Okay. Between now and the 3 months.
Exactly.
Okay.
And again, remember last year, our president supported the repeal. But I've been hearing on the grapevine that they want to do amendment. And that's not what we asked for.
You are not for an amendment.
We are not for an amendment.
You are for a total
repeal.
Okay.
And so let me send a message to our Speaker of Parliament, Honorable the Vice Speaker, Aman Babin,
okay,
that the I don't know how to put my words, but his fight with respect to the LGBT, if you recall the LGBT, his determination, I want to see that same vim and vigor to using, to repealing it rather than amending it. But that's not what Ghanaians want.
okay.
If you don't want to challenge, they can ask Info Analytics to conduct survey in Ghana. Well, I'm also throwing a challenge to them that they should conduct survey in Ghana, explaining well to the Ghanaians
Whether or
not they want a repeal
or
or
amendment.
they want an amendment.
Okay.
And whichever will be the outcome, I will support it.
Okay. I hear you. What are you also expecting of other, labor organizations or bodies out there? What you've mentioned what you expect of the youth, because you're saying that the elderly of today are toying with their future. What about other organized labor or unions? What do you want to say to them?
My fellow comrades, this is the moment. We trusted the president when he was in opposition of his words. Let me say this. Before I continue, something. I always say this, and let me repeat it again for the benefit of people to know my